Welcome back, everybody. We got the first place match, the grand finals, if you will, here coming at you. Borky decided to make his way on home and get involved in this cast. Last night, we took you through a couple other matches as well for this Sidelines Sports Invitational. It's been great to get all the way here to the grand finals match. It's Grand Canyon taking on a team that we got to commentate last night, LA Tech.
Yeah, well, very excited to be here. Figured give Nation a little bit of a rest. I know he's probably still recovering from his illness, and I think we did such a phenomenal job yesterday in our 2 game 5s. I heard your streak was broken, but figured might as well join, get this first place decider match underway.
I think we're all muted. Oh no, Nation.
Oh no.
Maybe we're back. I don't know. Bepic will let us know. We'll figure it out. That is. Oh yeah, that is also funny. We probably need to fix the name over there. Oh boy, Bean Boy getting the correct name here. Hopefully, I don't know. I'm sure, but. Oh, okay, that's hilarious.
Okay.
I was about to say. I was wondering what was going on there, but. We got it all figured out, Borky. They heard us. Let's see. In this matchup, what exactly do you think to expect? We saw LA Tech play last night. They played incredible. They did squeeze out a 5-game series. Grand Canyon, however, if you guys take a look over those results on the left-hand side, have pretty much demolished their competition. So is that a good look for the Bulldogs, or do you think GCU is going to run away with this one?
Well, it is definitely hard to say here. GCU coming into this matchup 6-0 here for the Sideline Sports Invitational. So, I mean, they haven't had to sweat as much as LA Tech have getting to this point. And that might be a little bit more confidence that they have coming into this one, just knowing how dominant they've been through the majority of this event. But LA Tech out of the opening gates here, putting up some good offensive look, and that's a goal that just slips in there for Dr. Dom.
Okay, so Bepic's screaming at me, but I gotta read one more thing. There was a person who typed in chat earlier. They said, tonight at 9 p.m., blue team will be winning that championship. That came from Dr. Dom themselves. So Dr. Dom feeling incredibly confident here in this match against GCU. But if there's anything that I know about Grand Canyon, my friend, it is that this team is not to be messed with. Grand Canyon University, a very strong team here in the CCS.
See, I feel like these teams are pretty much like, out of all the teams in the tournament, these two are the closest to one another in the play style. You know, you see a lot of like the flashy offense like this. It's a quick rebound there from Nando that does get us equalized. But I mean, as I was saying, you see a lot of these just passing plays that come in. This time it's off of the backboard there to Bean Boy. He's not able to put it on, but the rotations, that's such a key point I want to stress throughout this match, is watch these rotations, because that's going to decide it.
Oh, it 100% is. And a player that I'm looking for is a player that plays great defense on the side of LA Tech. You saw it last night as well. Linead stepping up big time on the back line. It's going to be off the back wall here. Dr. Dom looking for one more touch. He's going to have to, you know, lay off that play, retreat, get some boost. Nando, I think, clipped the ball just a little bit, but Linead doesn't care. Gets the ball off the side rail, over rim, just a little bit extra boost. 2-1 Bulldogs.
Oh, and that's such good speed there from Linead, getting up for that one. Nando just getting a wheel on it, sends it a bit off a trajectory, but Linead still following that play all the way through, and it's going to be one returned instantly on the kickoff. Nando making sure he gets his car fully behind it this time. And it looked so much harder for LA Tech to get their goal than this one. So right back into it.
It's incredibly funny that we get these back and forths so quickly, almost so precisely, if you will, from any team that gets scored on. It baffles me that we see so many quick turnarounds when it comes to just the series as this invitational has gone on, we saw multiple own goals in the last series coming from one team, FAU, unfortunately being the team that scored the multiple own goals. And then before that, Nation and Somber had plenty of own goals in their series as well. So it's nice to see that that's not what's winning or putting the teams in winning position. It's at least good strategical placement. Oh my God. Okay, quantity. We're all getting involved. All three members on LA Tech getting involved here on the pitch.
Oh my goodness, quantity taking us coast to coast. And then the two defenders left there for the GCU net. Just awkward. I think they might have collided a little bit into one another, and that's not what you want when you're on defense and you have quantity screaming you down. Beanboy gonna have to get a crucial touch there, puts the ball into the corner. Two GCU players will go for this one, pop it out. Beanboy already up reading this one, but it's Linat hot on the trail. Nando trying to get us some control here in the corner, give GCU a little bit of breathing room, but Dr. Dom's having none of that. The disrespect is out. And quantity just getting a quick 50 to hopefully stall down this GCU counter push, but some good touches keeps us in.
Oh, good 50 there from quantity in the mid. Nando trying to push down. Nightmare taking a big demo up that left side. No boost for the disadvantage here. Oh, but Nightmare a little out of position. Needs a little help. Nando gets there. Dr. Dom has to play some defense. Gets bumped. The Antelopes trying their best to push down against the Bulldogs, and they are looking pretty good for just this little stint. They might, I would say it might end here. Nightmare got to keep it alive, has a good touch, but Dr. Dom waits patiently at that goal line. Keeps LA Tech in the lead for the time being, but Beanboy and GCU trying their best to keep it in the blue half.
Oh, Nando, last man back, left on an island there, gets a very important touch. Quantity lofts a shot on net. It does ring out of the corner off of the post. Dr. Dom, nobody there for LA Tech willing to follow up on it just yet, so he decides to go for this himself, keeps it in play. Quantity trying to find the angle, gets it around. Linat screaming in, can't connect. But we reset Dr. Dom once again here, and it does eventually break through.
I've been wondering this whole time, man. Like, both series so far, we've seen crucial goal-scoring moments be absolutely denied by the crossbar since I joined Nation, and it's just incredible. You hate to see it if you're the team who's getting the goal denied. Oh my, this just needs to be put on target from Dr. Dom. The Bulldogs. What, did they level up overnight?
It's certainly looking like it with the way they've been playing in this opening game of the series. We know GCU, a team that's entering this, I already said it, but 6-0. They have been absolutely dominating everyone throughout this series, even having a miraculous comeback against Cal. So for LA Tech to come out and make such a statement here, it's kind of like getting punched in the jaw. And I think GCU might have to go back to the drawing board once all is said and done.
And going back to the drawing board will be exactly what they need to do, because I haven't seen GCU take a beating like this in a very, very long time here at CCS. So this one game may be errant, but we can't count them out completely. And another thing, too, we got to pay attention to the fact that, Borky, this is only a best of 5.
Yeah, you really do not have as much breathing room to make some of those mistakes or give up those series. It is a best of 5, so yeah, you can kind of brush the first one away, but if you're not careful, it's just going to slip away from you. That what should have been a consolation goal is denied there from Quantity, who slips underneath that play up for a shot of his own there. Nando will get the save. A little bit of a 0-second drill here. Doesn't matter, but it might be a confidence or momentum booster for whoever capitalized, gets it on the goal line, and still GCU can't find their way into the back of the net.
Nope, they could not. A 5-2 scoreline for the Bulldogs here in game 1. And that's another thing that we didn't get to see much of last night. you got to love the 0-second drill. Like, that is something that we didn't get to see a lot of. A lot of teams are quick to just go ahead and drop it down, get done, move on to the next. These guys wanted to keep playing. They were looking for that momentum booster on the side of GCU. They didn't get it, unfortunately, but they tried nonetheless.
If anything, it could be a reverse there for LA Tech getting that confidence, knowing that you stuffed out GCU 2 times there in 0 seconds, denying them any bit of glory or stats that they can add to their very long stat pad. But out of the opening gate here, Bean Boy gets a shot on. It doesn't go in. Nightmare follows. It's the same post that keeps it out.
That's incredible yet again. The post playing a huge defender right now for LA Tech, and they definitely want to start this game off in the lead. But again, I just, like I said, I haven't seen GCU get beat like that in a long, long time. So I'm expecting a big step up here in game 2 from these guys. The Antelopes are definitely hungry for that win. They definitely do not want to go home in second place tonight, but neither do the Bulldogs. And so with a game 1 win, it's very crucial to start your series off with such a momentous victory, but you got to keep it up. Right now, minute gone pretty much here in game number 2, and we've remained scoreless.
And Nando trying to change that if he can, slowing things down, and was very patient, but LA Tech managing to force us back down the other side of the pitch. Nightmare's going to collect here. Get a touch that goes a little bit too far out of reach. Bean Boy, though, to collect on the follow-up. Linead, big miss there from the back wall. Leaves Quantity to have to cover up for that mistake. Linead, though, will try to flip possession once again. Dr. Doom taking us all the way over. Great pass over to Linead up to the backboard. Nando keeps it clear, though, for now.
Oof. And wow, I mean, we were almost clear in 2 minutes here. Defense being played very, very well. Nando off the back wall is good for the Antelopes. GCU looking to try to keep this ball away, but boost total's a little low. Dr. Dom will put it underneath the crossbar, but that one's denied by Bean Boy. What a save out of the net.
But it's not over just yet because there's Dr. Dom, and it's, again, the post continues to deny. Follow-up there from Quantity. Nightmare will push it out. Dr. Dom trying to get it back center field, but we remain scoreless. And a game that started with so much scoring there, we find ourselves the complete opposite in number 2. Pass over. Nightmare, big boom.
They're trying to keep the ball away, but this ball just loves the purple half here in this game. They have remained completely on defense for well over half the game so far. I want to say well over, time just went, but still, at least half the game, they've had to play defense on the side of GCU, and they've been playing it well. Obviously, nothing's gone through, but it's got to stink to have to play so close to your own net.
Yeah, and I mean, this is kind of reminiscent of that NIU-UConn match that we got to watch yesterday, where so much of it was either a lot of scoring or just both teams playing very solid fundamental defense. Right now, that seems to be the case here. Quantity trying to get this over to Linead will be broken up by Nando, leaves Nightmare an opportunity that Dr. Dom shuts down. But Bean Boy keeps us in. It's a nice change of pace here for GCU, seeing this blue side of the pitch. Quantity, though, unable to get that touch. It allows Nando to keep the offense moving forward here. Dr. Dom will get this down, but Bean Boy collects, looking for that infield pass there. Nightmare reading the play through, but Linead just a step quicker.
We got a good play out of the corner here. Quantity getting a nice challenge. Keep it low. Nightmare with an incredible save. Quantity tries to go again, but the Bulldogs aren't able to secure a goal here. We've almost cleared 4 minutes of gameplay, Borky, and this game is 0-0. It is still neck and neck. Do we see golden goal opportunity?
Certainly looks like at this point, whoever does manage to get that ball across the goal line will be the clear favorite to take things away. Nightmare taking us coast to coast, one to beat, but Quantity holds the line there for LA Tech. Still nothing getting past either of these teams. It's going to be an air pinch, finds its way downfield, but not on target. And I mean, one thing that I do want to point out here is both of these teams, that third man playing very far back. It's a big mistake. It's a big bump inside of the net as well. Linad forced completely out of the play here. Look at Bean Boy setting this up, and Nando just has to put it down.
24 seconds, and the Bulldogs still have a chance. They don't have a lot of, offensive pushing abilities here. They've got to get it pretty much right off the rip with one big save from Nando. But they can keep going as long as they smother the defense in their own half. That errant touch is not going to be good. Quantity needs to be hot on the challenge. Lined is going to have to play for the back line. They could activate a counterattack play here. Dr. Dom needs the clear. Quantity has the touch. Bean Boy with the save. Lined not quick enough to get to it. And one goal secures the victory for the Antelopes.
Oh my goodness, I bet LA Tech wish they just had 1 second, one more second. What's the difference between overtime and a GCU victory there? Line out of view, just an inch closer. That ball was going in. And what a series this is turning out to be. What should have been OT is stolen away by the clock itself. GCU, very impressive goal there, getting involved between Bean Boy and Nando. It's a good way to respond.
I was going to say that is a great way to respond. What a way to really kind of put your opponent on notice a little bit. Lots of defense being played there in that game too by the Antelopes. They did incredibly well to stave off all the attacks of the Bulldogs, capitalizing on the one opportunity that they did have to score. There we go. Finally got the tongue twisters out the way. But I feel like all it's done is even out the edge that the Bulldogs have. This series kind of back to almost dead even with, I think, the offensive momentum still on the side of LA Tech.
Yeah, I mean, LA Tech have had a lot of field control over this series, especially in that last game. They didn't come away with the win, but they might find a goal here. No, Dr. Dom bumped off there by Nando. Quantity keeps us in, trying to get at least a goal here for LA Tech. It has now been about almost 6 minutes since they found their last goal. Nightmare to the backboard, gets a touch. Nando rebound, slots that bottom corner where nobody can reach.
Good play. See, I tell you, GCU is going to heat up, and this series is going to look a little bit different, man. I was very confused by such a dominant offensive performance there from LA Tech in game one. Maybe it threw the Antelopes for a loop, but I still think that we are going to see a nice series here from LA Tech. Dr. Dom, big clear to try to kick it off. Nightmare a touch to the back wall. Lined already up, but Nightmare has not left. No free real estate for the side of blue. And the Bulldogs, they need to try a little bit harder to get a goal. Dr. Dom from the mid tries to go, needs to beat two, but can't. And they're going to do it one more. I was going to let it happen. I didn't want to say nothing about that. That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Sometimes you just have to let the game speak for itself, because Linad, what a miraculous goal that was. Beautiful solo play that gets LA Tech right back into this, and now you know you can score again. You can shake that pressure off of your shoulders, but you need to watch out because Nando has an opening, has an open net. Can Quantity get there back in time? No.
It's crazy that we go from such a incredible mechanic goal to one just very straightforward, two back-to-back for GCU there. They take the lead one more time, but I love the difference. I love the difference in offense and what they're looking for on either side. LA Tech needing to get out of this scramble mentality, though. I think they are a bit more nervous on their approaches. They're playing a bit more just frazzled. It seems like they're trying to make everything they possibly can out of one single touch, kind of a clang and chase moment, but they've got to rate it in just a little bit. Patience is key. Maybe being a little bit more calculated, I guess the word I'm looking for. There was a great defensive block there at the back line. Bulldogs have to try again. This is a big pass opportunity for Linehead, but big miss. Quantity can get a touch. Big demo. Dr. Dom, there's one. Nightmare doesn't get the best. That's another bump. Nando sneaks that one away from Linehead, and the Bulldogs are pushed back to their own net.
What I wonder there is if that demo that came out around the midfield is the reason why LA Tech didn't have a follow-up there. Not a third man able to follow for that one. Linehead taking a bump over there to demo. Dr. Dom rips a shot wide. Rebound still off. You can hear that crossbar reverberating across the pitch, and that's got to be so haunting for LA Tech. Had your opportunity to equalize. Here's another one. Linehead will have a hefty battle there with Bean Boy, and it remains. Ow! How much longer, though, is the real question.
GCU defense is incredible right now. 3 on-target shots, not falling whatsoever for the Bulldogs. This one's high off the ceiling. Quantity. Nice bang, but it's only to the mid. This is going to be high. Linehead needs to beat, but they challenge anyways. That one's good. Dunk from Quantity. Dr. Dom, no boost. Linehead turns. This one's high. Is there going to be a third turning? No. Quantity, no boost. Has to go back for this. Dr. Dom tries to take over, but the Bulldogs put on notice here in game number 3. Linehead is the only one to push forward. This could be a high play, but Dr. Dom has to lay off. They have to retreat once again.
Oh, Nightmare keeping this end, creating a real nightmare here for LA Tech. Nando puts a shot on. It's Linehead. We saw how impactful he was on defense yesterday and has been so far in the Sidelines Invitational, but I mean, sorry, I just completely lost my train of thought watching this play develop here. It will be shut down pretty quickly, though. LA Tech trying to get themselves some relief from the pressure that GCU is trying to build. That one had all the potential to be the dagger in this series. Linehead, though, keeps us up, takes us high, gets around one, does get to the backboard, but it's Nightmare who keeps it clear. Quantity been super impactful with his passes as well. If they can find one of those in these waning seconds, it could turn out to pay dividends.
What a dagger. Oh man, Nightmare. That is a statement goal if I have ever seen one. That's going to probably put the curtains on game number 3, Borky. 3-1 the score line. This one's tough. This one's going to sting. Yeah, this one's just going to sting. The goals keep coming in. There is no coming back, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, at this point here, luckily for LA Tech, it's not like it's a heartbreak kickoff goal that loses you the game. You were already down by 2 at that point. So it's just more insult to injury, if anything else. Maybe Dr. Dom will get one of his own there on the kickoff. You do that 2 more times here in the remaining 7 seconds. You got an overtime, but I mean, are you going to get lucky that many times in a row?
Hey, listen, in South America, I forget which team it was, but they were down 4-1 with 13 seconds left, and they won that game 5-4.
Well, it doesn't look like that's going to be the case here, as we have triple zeros at the top of the board. It would have been a really good story, but we find GCU returning to that former glory that we saw yesterday. Exactly what might have been expected here, securing themselves a match point. And for LA Tech, well, they need to win 2 straight here if they have hopes of taking the Sideline Sports Invitational.
And I believe Nation said it earlier, but LA Tech is looking to go back-to-back here in this Sideline Invitational. So they are trying their best to, yep, there it is. LATU trying to go back-to-back as Sideline Invitational champs. So you got to wonder, are they going to be able to do it, right? This is, they're kind of put on their back heels, or they're put on their heels, backs against the wall. This one, this one could be a bit different. We saw Lina get that insane goal. But that's got to boost the confidence a little bit. We just need Dr. Dom to get back in form. Quantity, like you said, had been affecting the play very well, and that one's going to be tough.
It's just these small little mistakes that keep coming out here for LA Tech that just seem to bite them in the rear time and time again. It's been so costly. They need to wrinkle out some of these irons, shake off the nerves. You don't have too much to lose now at this point because you are playing down. So just get in there and play some fundamental Rocket League. Dr. Dom will be able to slip one through two defenders, but not the third. For LA Tech, they do have plenty of time, but they need to get some of that confidence back now.
They definitely do. A goal would absolutely do that and do them very, very well. Big clear here could be very good. Dr. Dom, I think, got bumped off the play down there. Lynette, big save. Big demo as well. That was a passing member. This one could be tough off the back wall. Bean Boy doesn't get the line properly, and they're going to miss that shot. But Nightmare passed down to the mid. Nando looking for a cheeky goal. Doesn't find it. Another one, big challenge. Nightmare jumps a little too early. Even the ball's back up towards the ceiling. Quantity, though, not in the best position to try to challenge that, and the Bulldogs let that one go for free.
There's not a lot of boost here. Finally, we do get something on Dr. Dom, but when he's the only one that has anything left in the tank and gets the first touch, it's tough to follow up on that act. And Nando getting his second goal here, looking to close the door on LA Tech.
This kickoff is going to be incredibly important, man. There's not a lot of time gone here in game number 4, so they have the chance to come back, but you got to put something down that way. Dr. Dom doesn't get the best touch, and Nando collects a hat trick within the first 90 seconds of game number 4.
What an impressive performance that Nando's been having here. And I mean, hey, we saw GCU come back from a 4-1 deficit and win 5-4 in regulation against Cal. I'm not saying that it's going to happen here, but it is possible. It's not out of the realm of reality. Dr. Dom will get the first one here for LA Tech. A little bit of a runaway ball. And with that, maybe, just maybe, this game's not over just yet.
Say the dogs were barking last night, my friend, and we got to see if they can bring it back. It's one goal, lots of momentum for at least the Bulldogs. The Antelopes, though, doing exactly what they love to do, and that's gracefully bounding to victory. Nightmare puts it a 4th.
I mean, once again, it's Nando involved in the goal participation here, 100% out of these 4. Nightmare will return to a battle with the post, this time winning it with that shot falling into the net. Kickoff going in favor there for LA Tech off the follow-up from Dr. Dom. Lynette keeps us in, but a quick challenge from Bean Boy, and that's something we're seeing here a lot more from GCU, is that they're getting more suffocating. They're getting quicker to these balls, taking away that space and respect. Lynette up, doesn't get a touch. 2 on the goal line, try to stuff it out, and they'll deny Quantity anything there.
That's a touch to the corner. It's going to be good here for the Bulldogs. At least a chance to try to send the ball out. Quantity takes one, doesn't have the boost to affect it any longer. Nando, though, is up quickly. Bean Boy way off the ceiling. The pre-jump looked great, but couldn't get back down to it. Nightmare to wrap around again. Let's see what happens here. Bulldogs need to get the ball out of their half. They've got to get something going on the opposite side of the pitch if they want anything to go in their favor, but 2 deleted. Man disadvantage for now. This could be a big breakaway, though. Lynette in a scary position, needs to challenge, can't get it. Quantity will have to reset, and this time LA Tech needs to push, and they've got to score soon if they want to get this back in their grasp.
Are south of halfway through this game now. Bean Boy takes us up. Quantity. Very patient control touch. Nando, quick follow-up. Doesn't connect there for Nightmare. That allows LA Tech to clear us back down the other side of the pitch. Can anybody from LA Tech get behind this, develop some pressure? One thing they were so good at in that first game was where their third man was positioned. Didn't allow too many of these openings to develop. That's a beautiful touch from B-Boy. Nando gets behind it, gets a flip, but nothing to follow up. Nightmare up high, taking us to the sky, trying to come back down on top of it. Dr. Dom keeps it out for now, but with how unrelenting this GCU offense has been, you've got to ask, what can LA Tech do?
Now, this is the GCU squad I've been so used to seeing. It's incredible, man. They put on such an offensive showing back down to the mid. Quantity gets a couple of great bumps in a demo to at least stop that, but they only have 60 seconds left, and they have to score 3. They've got to do it now, or it's going to be curtains. Grand Finals goes to GCU.
Einad, first up for this ball, doesn't get the touch he was looking for. Quantity trying to get this towards the backboard if he can. Instead, it's Linad that collects. He will find the backboard himself. Doesn't get the double, though. So close. Just inches away from possibly LA Tech's second. We are now seeing the final 30 seconds ticking away. It's a 4v3. There's the 5th goal. And the door has been slammed shut here for LA Tech. It is all in favor of the pole position for GCU to claim the Sidelines Sports Invitational.
4 kickoff goals, man. It would be wild to see it happen. 4 kickoff goals in these waning seconds if they were able to do it, but they didn't score it there, and that is going to slam the door shut. They had to put one in immediately to keep it going to get their chances, but maybe a consolation goal for the road for LA Tech. Linad looking for it. Dr. Dom just needs to put it on target. No juice on the shot, and the Antelopes go trotting away with this one. Congratulations, GCU. Oh, and they get another for the road. That's what you like to see.
Oh, so beautiful there. Nando continuing that 100% goal participation. 4 of them claimed to himself, 2 assists, and Nando really stepped up huge there for GCU to push him across the finish line, and it's a nice 3-1. They don't go flawless 9-0, but they looked very, very impressive.
That they did, my friend. The Bulldogs able to at least pressure them I mean, it wasn't a clean series. It was a gentleman's sweep, if you will, but regardless, the Bulldogs gave them something to worry about. And that's what you want to see at the end of the day, at the end of week 1, some good records for the CCS teams to look forward to. Bulldogs are going to be going back to their conference hungry to take that first place spot. So if I'm anybody in LA Tech's conference right now after seeing that performance, maybe not so much the 4th game, but the other 3 against a team like GCU, I'd be kind of worried.
Yeah, I mean, GCU, very, very good start here. It is non-conference, but we talked about this a bit yesterday, you and I, Taquito, of how much of just a momentum booster this is, knowing that heading into the season, you've already got a win under your belt. And if you can carry that forward, it's going to skyrocket all of that confidence. And for GCU, it's a great look. LA Tech, though, nothing to be ashamed of. It was a very close battle in a couple of those matches here in this series. And I mean, they came out absolutely swinging against GCU. And for them to get second place here is still an impressive feat. So they have something to keep their heads held high for.
They absolutely do, man. Like I said, Bulldogs are going to be looking great going back to their conference. GCU looking just as good as they ever have. So this concludes the Sideline Sports Invitational. Big shout out to Sideline Sports for participating or giving CCS a chance are taking a chance on CCS, doing all the reporting that they possibly can as well to get this all collected together and going. It's been wonderful to see this event kick off season 7 again with 186 teams rounding out the total number that is participating in this season. I cannot wait to see the 64 teams that make that final bracket running to the championship road.
And what a way to kickstart this season, huh? So and a big shout out to Somber, who was on earlier, of course, to Nations, who has been running the show, but also casting it as well, especially while being sick too. So much love to Nations, putting on phenomenal work as always. And then big thanks for having myself, and a big thanks to you, Taquito.
Hey man, it's great to be here, especially alongside you. Like you said, we finally got a chance after crisscrossing around each other in a couple different games. We finally got a chance to get in the booth together. It's been pretty fun. Look forward to more. But guys, that's it. That's all she wrote here on the CCS broadcast for this weekend. We welcome week number 2, where we're going to actually have conference play coming at you for the rest of the season till champs. You guys have a wonderful night. Happy to see you here. We're out of here.